Why do some people command respect without ever raising their voice? Why do others shift the energy in a room without saying a word? And why is it that the most powerful presence is often the one that doesn't try to be noticed at all? Welcome to StoicDraft, where presence is forged in silence, not spotlight. Today, you'll learn 4 signs that your aura is powerful, not because you're better than others, but because you've mastered what they avoid. 1. You don't react, you govern. The loudest person in the room isn't always the strongest. Often, it's the most reactive. The one who takes offense quickly, who explodes under pressure, who breaks when challenged. But those with a powerful aura, they don't react, they rule. They rule over their impulses, their fears, their pride. Seneca once wrote, "A man is as wretched as he has convinced himself that he is." The powerful don't flinch at insult, don't shrink from criticism, and don't break under chaos. They pause, observe, decide. Their mind is not a leaf in the wind. It is the wind itself. Your aura becomes strong when your emotions stop leading you, start listening to you too. You walk alone and never feel alone. Powerful people don't fear solitude, they cultivate it. They don't chase validation, don't need to fill silence, and don't beg to be understood. They know this. Approval is rented. Self-respect is owned. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Look within. Within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up if you will ever dig." To walk alone and feel whole, that's not arrogance, that's self-possession. You've faced your darkness, and instead of running, you sat with it and came back clearer. That kind of silence isn't empty, it's armor. 3. You're immune to praise and blame. Praise is a trap, blame is a test. Both are irrelevant if you've built your value internally. A strong aura doesn't rise with compliments or fall with criticism. It remains. It's built not on other people's opinions, but on your own truth. Cleanthes, the second head of the Stoic school, said, "Lead me, Zeus and fate, to wherever you have assigned me. I shall follow without hesitation." This is the essence of detachment, when you no longer need applause or escape shame, because you already know who you are. You've stopped dancing to everyone else's music. You found your own rhythm, and it terrifies those who can't hear it. 4. You transmute pain, into power. The strongest people you'll ever meet are not the untouched. They are the transformed. They've been hurt, betrayed, shattered, and still choose to stand, not in bitterness, but in clarity. They don't smile because they're numb. They smile because they're sovereign. Musonius Rufus said, "No one is free who has not mastered himself." Pain is not your enemy. Your addiction to comfort is. Those with a strong aura don't avoid suffering. They face it, absorb it, alchemize it. Where others collapse, they sharpen. Where others fall silent, they rise quietly. Their scars aren't secrets. They're symbols of resilience, of earned depth. This is what makes your aura strong, not energy, tricks, or mystical light, but discipline, endurance, stillness, silence. Your power doesn't come from performance, It comes from presence. So when the world breaks you open, don't beg to heal. Rebuild, forge, transmute. You were never meant to stay unbroken. You are meant to become undeniable. If this truth hit home, don't let it pass like this message. Share with someone who needs strength over noise, and subscribe to StoicDraft for more wisdom that turns wounds into weapons and stillness into strength. Stay sharp, stay still, stay stoic. You become powerful not when you control others, but when you no longer need to. This is the quiet strength that creates tension in a room, because when you don't seek attention, it's given, And when you don't react, people wonder what you're seeing that they've missed. That's presence, not performance. Walking alone is not about isolation. It's about inner richness. You realize that most noise is distraction, and most crowds dilute your clarity. The one who walks alone learns to think for himself, feel deeply, and act from within. His solitude becomes a workshop where meaning is made in silence, not in applause. Imagine someone throwing insults at you, expecting a reaction, and getting none. That silence doesn't come from passivity, it comes from clarity. The moment you stop depending on others to tell you who you are, you stop being vulnerable to their manipulation. You don't need their labels. You've defined yourself. The strength of a powerful aura lies in restraint. Anyone can yell, argue, or prove a point, but only the grounded can remain still and still be understood. That restraint sends a clear message. I do not need to convince you, because I'm already certain of who I am. That is what others feel, even if they can't explain it. In today's world of endless noise, stillness becomes a signal of rare strength. Your ability to resist reacting, to remain calm under judgment, to sit silently in your own clarity, that's intimidating. Because it reflects what others wish they had, control over their inner chaos. You're not untouchable because you're perfect. You're untouchable because you've made peace with your imperfections. Let's not forget, this kind of power isn't given. It's forged through nights of questioning, years of effort, countless moments of choosing not to break. People see the aura, but not the fire that created it. The silence, the discipline, the refusal to quit. That's the invisible scaffolding holding up everything they admire.